Hello. Was it good enough? Hello? Good evening, everyone. All right. Okay. I'd like to start off with a toast to not only congratulate Adam and Sara, but to acknowledge all of those who could make it today. So, toast. Cheers. Okay. For those of you who don't know me, I am Stacy. I'm the maid of honor and the best friend of the bride. Every once in a while, two people meet, and you know instantly that the stars have aligned and their paths would bring them together, regardless of what the world may throw their way. Well, this was clearly the case 21 years ago when Sara and I first met. Our friendship began at St. Mary's Elementary School. We had so many great memories and a few not so great ones. We did many things together, like becoming Mrs. Loss's bookends at recess, becoming culinary goddesses with my crazy cookbook, trying to become famous by putting on plays for our parents, doing our protecting Fridge Park with our fabulous detective work, and of course, our adventure skills with whitewater rafting, 4 hours too long. So with a little 7-year break, we were back together as if we never left each other's side. It can be hard to keep a great friendship when you live so far apart. With Sara, it's not hard at all. She's always there for me when I need her. She's a good listener. She's honest, trustworthy, and the best friend a girl could ever have. When I first met Adam, and the way that Sara talked about him, I knew he was special. Then I met him. It didn't take long to know that Welsh Daddy and I would be best friends as well. Adam, please take care of Sara, and please take care of her, and if I am not there when she wants to sing karaoke with the Spice Girls, please feel free to take my spot. But I am so happy to be standing by your side today, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So raise your glass and join me in wishing Adam and Sara a lifetime of love and happiness.
All right, first I just want to thank everybody for coming out, and of course thank Adam and Sara's parents for raising such lovely children that we all want to come here and celebrate their marriage. For those who don't know me, I'm Brian. I've been friends with Adam for pretty much our whole lives, so when I was thinking about what I wanted to do for this speech, I had a lot of kind of material to draw from, and it was a little bit hard to narrow it down. So I was thinking about telling you some stories about when we were kids, like the time he pushed my sister into a ditch full of water in January, and then ran home so that he could avoid retaliation. I also thought about telling you guys about when we were in middle school and we made movies about murderous snowmen, or when we were in high school and we were still making movies about murderous snowmen. But I decided that the most relevant story here was probably the story of when Adam met Sara, from my point of view. And I still remember when Adam told me that he was dating Sara. And now when I say I remember when Adam told me, what I really mean is I remember when I logged on to Facebook one day and I saw Adam Walsh is in a relationship. Because that's really how anyone wants to learn about their best friend dating the person they'll eventually marry. So totally normal, but but right away it was really clear that Adam was pretty smitten with Sara. She would come over to our house and he would cook for her, and he would make hamburger helper with the hamburger, which was a change from his normal staple of plain helper. And he was also starting to do things like going and studying and doing homework before the night before his projects were due. And it was pretty obvious right away that he was doing that to go spend time with Sara. So it was the same way with Sara. Getting to know her, it was obvious that she was pretty crazy about Adam. For one, she was actually willing to spend time at our house, which for any of you who had ever been there, you have to know that there's some ulterior motive for you to actually be there. It's not because it was a nice place. And probably more impressively, she actually laughed at almost all of his jokes, which you know, again, has to be some kind of ulterior motive there. But the time that I really thought that these two might be in it for the long run was they'd been dating for about a year at this point, and I came back to Eau Claire because I typically go home for the summers, and that's what I did. And I got there and asked them how their summer was, and we were catching up, and they both got really excited to tell me about how they'd been spending the summer feeding ducks on the river. And so they told me about the different types of ducks that they fed and the effectiveness of different types of crackers and bread. And then they actually took me to their favorite spot to feed the ducks with them. And I just remember thinking, what are the odds that there are two people in their early 20s that both get this excited about feeding ducks, and that they somehow found each other and are dating. So that's really all I have. But I just want to say, like, I'm so happy that Adam found Sara, because she's just a great person and they're so good together. And yeah, so everybody raise a toast to Adam and Sara.
Can I set this here? Yeah. Last time I didn't bring one to toast, so I thought.
Oh, perfect.
Hello, everybody. Hey! For those who don't know me, I'm Gary Gavinsky, and I'm Sara's dad. And I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight and making this just a wonderful evening. We're so happy you're all here, and we're having a good time, and I'm sure it's going to get even better. And I learned a long time ago the best part about doing these speeches is just keep them short, and everybody's happier that way, you know, than you're sitting up here all night. So I just wanted to say when Sara first said, you know, she found somebody she wanted to bring home, and she was going to bring him over to, you know, we were going to go out to eat and everything. And Michelle and I were very excited to see, you know, who she had picked out. And so we went out, and as we talked more, Sara said, well, he's from Minnesota. And I'm like, my first thought was, he's not a Vikings fan, is he? And I was glad to hear that Adam's not a big sports fan, so we're still trying to get him to be a Packer fan yet. But we are so happy to add Adam to our family, and I've never seen Sara happier than when she's with Adam, and all the smiles, and today was just the topper of it all. So Michelle and I and Mike and Amanda just want to wish you guys well, and welcome to the family, Adam, and we hope everything is peachy. Thank you.
Reed and I are so proud of him tonight. I mean, we've been looking for this for a long time.
And we're so happy to have Sara join our family. Thank you.